Hey, Melon Man here. I am early in the morning here. I have already done a couple of clients this morning. 6 o'clock, 6:30. Took the dog out for a walk at 7, and I'm doing a quick online call in just a minute here. Someone that I've never spoken to before. His name is James Frampton. He's from Australia, Perth, Australia. It's the first time I've talked with him. I've just bumped into him online on Facebook. We've had some communication, and I checked out his page, and I feel like I'm in total alignment with what this guy's talking about. Like he's seeing, finding, realizing the same things that I am about healing the body, and that's what I do. I just meet and talk to people like that. James, hey, there we go, James. Okay, how you doing, sir? Can you look? It sounds like it seems like you haven't got sound. I can't hear you. There's often a little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen that you got to click that microphone, and then we'll get some sound on your end. Okay, so hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, there we go. How you doing, sir?
I love your thing that you do.
Excellent, excellent.
Wow. So, yeah, I've always loved your videos. You know, you do with all these, fantastic people. You hear me?
No, I missed that.
Oh, I've always loved these videos that you do with all these various people. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you. You know, all I do is just make contacts online, just talking to people, just having communication about health and wellness and healing and arriving at your best. And if I find that I'm just relating well to somebody's messages, I just reach out and say, hey, it seems like you're talking about a lot of the same things I am. And it seems like you're seeing and realizing a lot of the same things I am. So I know we're on the same wavelength.
We are, we're on the same thing. I thought exactly the same thing. You know, when I see your post, and I can actually see how you've expanded your consciousness, say, over the last 2 years or something. You know, I can see that you're growing. You're really getting into helping other people and
trying. I'm trying my best, but it's just not really well received all the time, and
and that's where some people are at, they can only understand or comprehend, from where they're at, from their point of view,
Yeah, so I try my best to bring it into real life little itty titty bits, and the resistance that you get is unbelievable.
I know.
The resistance that you get is unbelievable, even with people that are standing right in front of me every single day.
Yeah. I know.
And they still don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you are making a big difference. There's a lot of people I know that really are on the same page, really resonate with what they really are.
There are a lot of people that are growing. It's growing. More and more people are understanding that it's a complete change of mind.
It is.
It's a complete change of mind. And so, when you start trying to explain that, people look at you like you're crazy.
I know.
Especially people talk to you about like my family talks to me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
My family. My family.
Well, that must be really hard with your family, though. I mean, it's all right for other people to think you're crazy, but for your family to think you're crazy.
Anyways, you know, this is the thing is when you actually start raising up your frequency, when you actually start raising up your vibration, when you actually start coming to a higher vibration, right?
Vibrations, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're operating at a higher vibration. You're upgrading you're upgrading your being. You're upgrading your being. And so when you're operating at a different frequency than others, it's like you're speaking a different language. It's like your words don't relate, and they can't hear or receive your message.
Exactly. And this is where like friendships can fall away, you know, like people as you go higher, if they're not working on themselves, if they're not, you know, coming into sync with your vibration, you know, the friendships can drop away because you can't resonate with them, or they can't resonate with you because they don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. But see, when you have a business, like you have to you know, stay at the level of the people, because you can't outreach the people, but you have to be able to bring your message down to the people. But see, when you bring down your energy, when you bring down your message to that level to discuss that lowers your energy and hampers your healing process. So it's a backwards like this.
Yeah, and they have to go. I do that in my work. I work as a carer with people with disabilities. So most of the people are nowhere near that vibration. So when I go and work with them, you have to bring yourself down, you know.
Yes.
To talk on their level. I mean, they about raising your vibration. And
right. Exactly the same. The same kind of thing. So, but you know what? I bet you that there's a skill set that we learn from that.
Yeah, there is. It's a skill set.
Because you constantly have to go down to that level and bring yourself back up, and go down to that level and bring yourself back up. So you learn how to alter your energetic space, right?
Exactly. And the other thing is, we can actually allow our energy to bring others up, like what we're resonating. If we're resonating a high frequency, try and bring others up, you know, because we're all interacting with each other's energy fields.
Right.
So radiate out, you know, your heart, radiate your love when you're around people. I try to do that instead of thinking, oh God, I've got to be around these people, it's going to bring me down.
Yes.
Instead,
my mindset.
Bring them up.
And so we bring them up by basically engaging lovingly with them, right?
Seeing the God with them, seeing, you know, what's in you. Connection is unstable.
Anyway, and that's what I find as well too. That's the only way to do it, is to really just embrace them where they are.
Yes, exactly. And that's all you can do.
Embrace them where they are, right? Because it's all choice. This is a human experience. There's not one that's right and one that's wrong.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
There's nobody that has, you know, a better way than the other, because what's better for me may not be better for another.
Exactly.
Right? If they want to choose to make a change in their life, they can choose to make a change in their life if they want. But they have to want that.
We're all evolving at different rates, and, you know, according to our soul, I think anyway. You know, some people, so we can't judge, you know, like a university graduate wouldn't criticize a kindergarten child for not being evolved. I see that kind of like that, you know, like we can't judge other people that you're not as evolved as me, because we're all evolved, you know, according to our soul path and our destiny or whatever, and the path we're on.
What's right for you? What's right for you? So like, okay, you know, I'm just going to meet you where you are, and wherever you are, I'm going to encourage you to come forward a step from wherever you are.
exactly. Yes, that's right. And that's true. Seeing the God in the other person. You're seeing, you're seeing their life, even if they can't see it themselves, which most of the time they can't with a lot of people, but you know it. So, yeah.
I see. So James, that's what you
Yes.
do. You work with handicapped people.
Mainly not so much physically handicapped, mainly people with intellectual disabilities. Like they need help to read papers, things that come in the mail. They haven't got the internet, but cognitive abilities to work things out. So it's taking them out shopping, you're reading them out, taking them out for community support. Some of these people have got quite severe intellectual, different from mental illness. These are people who've got, with their reading, they can't understand words or read the paper or read things that come in the mail. So you have to do it for them. We go shopping, we have to, help them buy items because they can't understand prices of items written on a shelf, how much things cost. So you just have to help them and things like that, and taking them out for community support. And I don't do high care like people with physical, severe physical handicaps. So it's mainly people with intellectual disabilities that I work with.
Cool. So how old are you, James?
Me, 59.
59. Okay.
But I like to say I'm ageless.
Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
joining you. I'm
Yeah.
on that page. So are you married?
No. But I've got women friends. In fact, most of my friends are women. Like being like I am, because it's mainly women who are interested in this stuff on their path. So most of my friends are women, which is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Less men are able to connect with a spiritual energy.
It seems that way, I think. If you've just got to look at the spiritual agenda, realm, it's I think that it's changing now, but you can see there was much more women into spiritual things. More women.
Now, yeah, that's funny because, like, if you really look at the history of spiritual understanding, it was always the men that were taught the spiritual understanding. So a lot of the time, the women weren't even allowed to get the inner teachings, right? I mean, it's the men's school.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So it's interesting that you see in society now that obviously it's all the women that are more spiritually open.
Exactly, it is. Although there are more
Isn't
men
that a funny?
coming in
Isn't
now,
that a funny paradigm right there?
isn't it? Although there's more men, I think it's just the culture of the way the men have been brought up, and the men, the drinking thing, the interest in football and all that sort of thing. Yeah,
interest in football, interested in competition, interested in providing, making money, building business.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like this is the man's role, and these sort of things tend to pull us away from spirit. Would you agree?
Yes, exactly. I would. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, I think it's changing now. I do see many more men coming into the spiritual teachings realm now on Facebook, like yourself, and so many others. I totally agree.
So it's growing for men.
It's growing. Oh yes, it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah, it's growing in general. Spirituality. I think so. I think so. There's an awakening going on the planet.
Definitely, I'd say so. Definitely.
I would agree. It seems like it's just constantly going up and up and up in my life. Do you feel that way?
I do. I say the same in my life because I work hard on my. No, hard might not be the word. I work constantly on myself to bring my vibration up every day.
Yes.
It's my number one thing to bring my
Yes.
vibration
Absolutely.
together. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Priority number one. Right. And I try to teach that
that's
to
what
people.
I write. I've done posts on that. I put like priority number one, raise your vibration, because that's not, because your vibration determines everything that you attract to you. You know, your health, everything you attract to. People who are sick in their life, it's all because of vibration. Where they're vibrating, you know, you vibrate higher, you attract better things. You know, you have better health, better relationships, more money, you know, whatever. It's all vibration.
More everything.
Yes, yes. We live in an abundant universe.
It is true. You just have to lift up your energy and acquire it. Allow it to come. It's coming. It's all coming in the works as you raise that up and allow that higher energy to move through your body. But we've got a lot of blocked, stagnant energy in the body.
We do, that's for sure.
And we don't know how to move it. And we're so separated from self. Sorry?
Yeah. You'd be very good with that because you've been, you know, like a top-notch fitness instructor, haven't you? You know,
this is what I'm doing daily. Is I'm constantly in interaction in fitness setting. This morning I already did a 6 o'clock appointment, and I saw 2 people there, and I saw just a single person at 6:30. But often there's 3 to 5 people there at 6 and 6:30. And then here I am for like a short little break. I already walked my dog. I'd have a short little break. I'm talking with you, and then I'm going to be back down for a group. There'll be 3 to 5 people at 9, and the same at 9:30, and then a private session at 10. So that's kind of how my day goes, like that all day long, multiple groups of people for 30 minutes. So I'll see between 25 and 50 people in a day.
Wow.
In a close.
So you're living your passion. You're in your passion.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? To be, doing what you love.
Yes. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's like easy or it's like walking on a golden path. It's not that.
No.
But when you do love it, you can do it every single day, and that's what I have to do. I have to do it every single day, all day long.
Yeah. I find you so amazing because I saw this videos of you where you were really bulked up, you know.
Yeah.
Now look at you. You got a fantastic physique. You know, it looks like you've just got, a perfect physique there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because, I'll even get a lot of people tell me that I used to be so much better when I was a bigger, bulkier man.
Yeah.
Like that's better, like.
No, it doesn't look healthy. It doesn't look healthy. Great, big, huge, bulking muscles. Just doesn't look healthy.
That's better. But you know what? Since we were kids, we watched He-Man on TV, and we watched, Superman and Batman. Like it's been put into our head like that is what a man is. And what we should do is load our bodies up with massive amounts of weight and basically deform our bodies.
That's right.
Put them in unnatural positions.
Exactly.
And if you think about it, this is only 50 years old, this idea, and it's been put on the TV, and it's been put on the bodybuilding shows since 1950. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 1960, 1970. This is like 50 years old. And if you look through history, what's really stood the test of time? What's really been here for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years? And that is body weight movement, walking, jogging, sunlight, stretching, flexibility. yoga, meditation.
Yes.
What is really 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 years old? What's really going to last forever? Think about it. It's not going to be bodybuilding and steroids. It's not going to be drugs and medications and caffeine. It's not going to be protein powders and fad diets. Okay? It's going to be natural things.
Exactly.
It's going to be raw food. It's going to be stuff you can grow in the ground. That's what's going to last forever, and that's what's going to heal the body and life.
Exactly, and that is why we have so much disease, because we've gone such an unnatural way, and and the medical profession is absolutely it's just so much in the dark ages. It doesn't even understand these things. You know, it's just
and society is taught that type of education to the level of doctor means that you are of some like, hey, no disrespect to doctors. It's not about doctors. It's not about anybody. It's about the human condition. It's about the human condition that thinks that the mind is more valuable and powerful than the spirit. This is a human problem.
Yeah, it is.
Okay? The infinite being part of us is the power. The mind is the idiot.
No, I realize I've done a recent post on what you're just saying. The mind is the most powerful thing ever. The mind is more powerful than any food you eat, anything. Your mind controls you. It's controlling your health. Whatever we think.
We have to change our minds.
Yes, exactly.
We have to use our minds in order to do it.
Reprogram it.
We need to reprogram the mind, and we need to have contact with the spirit in meditation.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Whatever you want to call it, higher self, your soul self.
Whatever you want to call it, the words mix people up and turn people off. I know, and my words turn some people off, and somebody else's. But we're talking about the same thing. There's one thing. It all comes from the same thing. It all comes from one thing. Everything comes from the same thing. Everything is the same thing.
Yes. We're a God in form. Everything is God. If you prefer to use the word source, that's what we are. We're source, and that's why we can live without food. If we choose to, if we program ourselves. That's what is the prana is what is emanating and vitalizing all life forms on Earth, like those trees behind you, animals, everything. They're all being emanated by the prana flowing through them. And it's when we get these energy blocks that the prana can't sustain the body.
And the energy blocks are really a thought that we've got inside of our head that's blocking the energy inside of the body. So this thought that, for instance, that we should eat animals, and not recognizing that they are prana and energy too, and that thought puts a block inside of your body, and until you change that thought, you're blocked.
Yes, and they're living divine beings. This is why I like what Elaton says about, activate your chakras, activate your meridians. I saw him, I think we had an interview with him fairly recently. And this is what he talks about. He talks about it, and Camilla says the same thing, and Monica, they all say the same thing. It's about activating, keep your energy channels clear and bright and pulsing. Because that's what's coming through you, and that is actually what is feeding the body.
And so we have to open up these energy channels, and that doesn't happen overnight.
No, it does not.
It's a reprogramming of the mind to remove those blocks that you've got mentally, so that you can remove those blocks physically, And then when you remove them inside and heal them within, then they heal around you in your life. You heal yourself from within. So within, so without. As within, as without. So below, as below, so above. We all arise from the field, the quantum field. We all come from the same thing.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
See, look, James, I've never spoken to you before in my life.
No.
However, we are talking about the exact same thing.
Yes.
And you are on the other side of the world talking about it.
Almost. Isn't that amazing? In truth, yes. Because distance is illusion. There's no distance.
But nobody believes you over there. And nobody believes me over here.
Imagine saying, I know.
Oh, wow.
We're all in the same place. In fact, we don't exist at all because nothing exists. It's just a mind. It's just a mind.
The separation is just mind. It's all the same. It's all one. It's all one. It's all one being. It's all one energy. So it's just a division of mind, a separation in mind. Now, James, tell me about yourself. How long have you been on this path, or how did this happen for you? Can you explain what happened?
Okay. Way back at the end of 1990, nearly 30 years ago, I had a brain tumor. A brain tumor? Yep. And
a brain tumor?
Yes.
Ah.
Called a glioblastoma. That was the name of it. It was up here, my brain. And so I was given something like a year to live, max.
I see.
Glioblastoma is a very fast-growing, aggressive brain tumor, and practically no one survives from them. So,
okay. So can I just say something about that? This is the thing: is that something traumatic or painful or something like out of this world, like challenging, happens, and you have to rise to the occasion. Would you agree?
Yes.
That's what has to happen. People are too comfortable. People are too comfortable. Things are too easy for you, and that's why you're not. That's why you're not taking any action. You're too comfortable.
Yes. You know the Chinese word crisis. The Chinese word crisis means opportunity from some opportunity. When you've got a crisis in your life. So what it's saying is there's a crisis. I knew nothing about spiritual stuff when that happened, but I was lucky to come across a book written by an Australian guy called Ian Gawler. I don't know if you've heard of him. He wrote a book called You Can Conquer Cancer. And I got hold of that book, and after my diagnosis, I think it was in the cancer library where I was, and he wrote about how he himself had a very threatening tumor. I think it was in his liver, and it went spread to his bones. And he actually healed himself over a period of about 2 years through meditation and doing a whole lot of natural thing. He was given, I think, at one stage he was given about 6 weeks to live. So he went about and he did all this meditation. He said he started off doing 3 hours of meditation a day. I think 3 1-hour segments spread out. And he just wrote about a story about how he changed his diet, he changed his thought patterns. He knew all about the chakras and the energy flows. So he did all that stuff. And I read this book and it just totally resonated with what he did. And he set out a program. And the main pillar of it was doing the meditation, a lot of meditation. So
the last couple of months, I have been massively increasing my meditation, and what a difference it makes in your life.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, so yeah. So I got into that myself. I turned down chemotherapy. I don't know why at the time. I knew, something just told me, no. Intuition just told me, don't go down that road. Because in retrospect, I can see that so many people with cancer actually die from the chemotherapy, not the cancer itself. Anyway, I carried on with this meditation. I think I just did everything. I changed my diet. I learned all about imagery, visualization, seeing myself healthy, and seeing the tumor, seeing where the tumor was in a perfectly healthy state, seeing the brain, absolutely perfectly healthy. And eventually, over time, it must have gone. I mean, 30 years on. The thing is, I never agreed to have an X-ray to see if it had cleared. I just didn't want to do that. I did go to an urologist, they look in your eyes and they can. And I didn't tell him I had. This was must be 3 or 4 years later. I didn't tell him I had a brain tumor. He looked in my iris and he said it's perfectly clear. He couldn't see anything, He didn't say anything. And then I told him I had a brain tumor, and he said, "Well, it's not showing an eye, the part of the iris, where the brain tumor was." But I just didn't, having X-rays, I just didn't want anything to. And also,
this was 30 years ago, James.
Yes, the end of 1990.
Wow. So let me just point something out that you said there. You visualized your brain healed of the tumor. Yes. You intended your health into your body, into your mind.
Yes, but I didn't focus on the tumor. I didn't focus on like the tumor's gone. I just focused the brain being healthy.
Just focus on what you wanted.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And
get a clear picture of what you want. And then would you even say feeling that inside of your body? Feeling that up into your body. Yes. Exactly. Lifting that up and feeling that up into your body and life. Intending it up into your body and life. Intending your energy up into your body and life.
Exactly. And you can visualize yourself like running down a beach or whatever, feeling healthy, anything like
anything that you really love, anything you're really grateful for, anything that you really want to accomplish, any place you really want to go, any feeling you really want to have, any ecstasy that you've ever had before, remembering the most beautifulest, best thing in your life, getting yourself to that energetic space, that is connecting to your love. That is what you love. You are love. Connect to your love and lift your love up and express it out into your life.
Yes, we are love. We are love. That's what we are.
Exactly. We are love. We are light. We need to lift it up and push it out into our life. We do that with our mind. But we have to even get ourselves to this understanding, and that is a reprogramming of the mind.
Yes, it is. The mind's everything. The mind is just everything. It's controlling your whole.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to speak to you today, James.
Anyway, Ian Gorder, he's gone on. He's still going. He's going on now. He runs Cancer Praise, got cancer programs in Victoria, in Australia, and he runs these programs. I think 12-week to help other people who've got cancer. So he's an amazing man. He's still going. But if I hadn't read that book, I don't know where I'd be. So.
And so now, James, what's your eating like now, 30 years later?
30 years later. I'm just on a very light fruit, kind of fruit. Sometimes I have a bit of vegan, obviously no meat or no animal products at all. What's the other thing I don't? No dairy. And then I go, of course, I have certain times when I might not eat for 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Sometimes that's it. Exactly. No formula. If you feel like it,
Guidance. But I don't call it fasting. I don't.
Me neither anymore. I stopped that too.
Yeah, it's the prana, because it's a totally different thing. It's when the prana's continually flowing through you. You're not living on stored energy. The prana is just continually flowing through you.
It has nothing to do with eating to store calories or store energy in your body. That's not where we get our energy from. If you eat, it just goes right through you anyways.
Yeah, it does, exactly. I actually used a subliminal recording, I don't know, and it seemed to help a lot with me eating a lot less food, because it was all about you're healthy and everything. And I don't know recordings, but I used one that I still use it, and it's very good. It's just all about these programs that you're healthy. Every system, every organ in your problem is healthy. And
a guided meditation, you can get it off YouTube, or you can get something, some sound things. You can listen to some positive messages. You can listen to things that are get you in the right energetic space. You can get out into the sunlight. You can put your feet on the ground. You can walk, you can bike, you can play tennis, you can do things you love, you can walk at the beach, you can get moving, just get out and get moving, thinking and speaking about the things that you love.
Yeah. Wouldn't we have a healthy world if everyone understood that? If everyone did those sort of things? I mean, the world would just be, you wouldn't have the medical system, you wouldn't have the pharmaceutical system, because people wouldn't need.
This is it. Now the thing is that everything on this planet, myself included, are trying to pay my bills. Everyone's trying to pay bills. So we're all trying to make money. So I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just as much to blame as everybody else. This is a broken system. This is a broken paradigm, which I'm a part of. I have to change myself just as much as everybody else needs to change themselves. And so the medical community, the pharmaceutical community sees an opportunity to sell a product, and they create a product and sell it to you. Now, I'm not blaming them. I create a product and sell it to you too. I do. Everybody creates a product and sells it to you. But if you want to keep on buying products, you will never be healthy.
That's right. Agree 100%.
That's not how you get healthy.
Yes, agree. Yes.
That's not health.
That's not health. I couldn't agree more.
Health is within you.
Yes.
You don't need to buy it. You don't need to buy it from somebody.
Yes. It's nothing external.
No.
It's within you. Everything's within. Everything's within.
Everything is within. Everything is within. You're gonna find it within. So if you are still talking about getting something, or you need this, or you gotta get this, or you gotta get that, or you don't understand, I gotta do this. No, you don't understand.
This is the trouble.
Problem.
People, this is the trouble. People are always looking for something outside of themselves. A doctor, a pill, whatever, they're looking for someone else,
Somebody else knows the answer, not me. Somebody else knows the answer.
Exactly. Running off.
I gotta go ask somebody. I gotta go ask the librarian. I gotta go ask my teacher. I gotta go ask my dad. I gotta go ask my mom. I gotta go ask. I gotta go ask my neighbor. I gotta go ask my doctor. If I don't get the pharmaceutical, well, what's the public say? Or what's my brother say? Or what's my sister think? Or what's so and so think? Or what's my neighbor think? Or what's my friends on Facebook gonna think? What's everyone gonna think if I do that? Who gives a shit? It's not about what anybody else thinks.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. Oh, exactly. That's right. And how many people do you see on Facebook asking for healing? I see it all the time. Can you send me some healing, please? Or can you send me some healing?
Like they need to get the healing from somebody else.
Yes. This is when I write these posts, and I try and encourage people exactly that, the power is within. Healing is within. It's all within. When I had my cancer, I healed it from within. I didn't go down the chemotherapy road. I had a wee bit of radiation, and if I had my time again, I wouldn't have even had that.
It just destroys the body. It destroys the being. And
Yes.
the being is what this is about. It's about healing the being. So we don't want to destroy the being.
Exactly, with drugs and I mean, our body is it's intelligence. It's a natural self. It knows what to do. It has an intelligence, a divine, supreme intelligence within it. It knows. And when you talk about people say cells regenerate, I say they should regenerate into health, because otherwise you don't want them regenerating with the same patterns. You know, if a cell is holding a pattern of disease, and you say the cells are regenerating, it's just going to be regenerating the disease. It's the program is in it. So you want to say they're regenerating into perfect health. I don't know if that makes sense.
Intention is so important.
Yes. Intention
is so important.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm getting from this conversation that I'm having with you today, James, is it's so comforting for me to have this conversation with you today, because you know I have a lot of frustration. I have a lot of frustration because like I say, you know, I have it in my family, and I have it in my work, you know, and just speaking with you is reminding me how much I just need to be patient and gentle with myself and with everyone around me, because it's just something that people don't understand.
Yeah, it is. And you can walk your talk by being a demonstration, you know, of being radiant health. You know, you just walk your talk. You be a demonstration of a peaceful person. Your family looks lovely, actually. I've seen.
Thank you. And you know, I can't really complain about my family. My wife has taken steps in my direction, you know, and in a lot of relationships and families, it just disintegrates when this happens.
Yeah.
You know, when someone wakes up like that, or you know, whenever that happens, whenever there's a change in energetic space frequency, it just makes such a separation and rift from everything else in your life that it's very challenging to really hold your life together.
Yes, because you've got the people around you in your life. And, I think you can always, you know, program to resonate to resonate with someone harmoniously. Harmonious, you know, put out there that it's all my resonating communication with this person is harmonious. Something like that.
Intend it into my reality.
Yes, intend it.
Right.
So you're resonating on the same level. And then I think it just changes. You'll just find those people.
And it happens slowly. And as I learn how to do it better for me, I'm able to do it better in my relationships. And but it's been a healing. It's been a healing within me, and a healing in my relationships, and a healing in my entire life. And I'm watching it, and I'm seeing it happen, and I'm seeing that it's happening, and that as I see it happening, it's rewarding for me, and I keep on moving forward, getting better and better every single day at communicating, sharing, understanding, delivering my message better, being more comfortable with myself and understanding myself better, so that then that makes me more at peace, and then I'm going to be able to be better and more at peace with others.
Yeah, and I could say the same thing about myself. Well, it's the same process for me. Every day, just getting better, and I can be at peace with myself, and just trying to be in harmony with everyone I have to react with, and just understanding where they're at. This understanding, yeah, that we know better than anyone else, and just be the love that you are.
Yes. And we get confused with, I need to be a husband, I need to be a father, I need to be a trainer, I need to be a coach, I need to be this, I need to be this, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And what I really need to do is just be. I need to be in my meditation for myself, and I need to be in my relationships and with others. And we have to get first more comfortable with ourselves in our own meditation.
Yeah.
And then as that happens, we're able to maintain a better space with others.
Of course. And we're human beings. We're not we're not human doings, we're human beings.
We need to be. We need to be, which is be with ourselves, and we are love. Yeah. So we need to be with that love. Yeah. And that's just being still.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Simple, really, isn't it? Simple.
Yes, and we've got a deformed idea of love. A broken love concept. Yeah. Like in the movies, it's a bunch of kissing and necking on the washing machine, and it's this big sexual thing. Yeah. That's what love is, and that's how your relationship's supposed to be, and that's how life is, and that's joy, and that's happiness, and a bottle of wine, and a coffee, and a pocket full of money, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's also, I'm getting love from you. You know, you're the one giving me. You know, I have to get my love from outside, from another person.
Someone's got to give me my love.
Yes, that's right.
Look at that husband. He's so much better at giving love on TV.
Yeah. The love's already within us. But that's what we do. We look to relationships and others to fulfill us.
Another broken paradigm. The entire thing, the entire mind is a broken paradigm. Yeah. I mean, all of it. I mean, scrap it. Yeah. Yes. Scrap it and build it again backwards. Everything absolutely backwards to the taper, like when you came out of the vagina. Like, go back there.
That's dead right. Even before that, past lives.
Never mind. Go back 1,000 years.
Well, yes. I mean, we probably had these patterns in our mind for thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Exactly.
Trying to manifest it in physical reality in 3D now. That's what's happening. We're manifesting it in 3D now because we've been manifesting it in
countless lives.
Unlimited to outer space and time for 1 billion years.
Time immemorial. Yeah, we have. So this is why we're here in 3D to change this, where we can do the work.
That's it. James, we're on opposite sides of the world. We've never spoken before, but we're talking and finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah. Amazing. Yep.
How's that not magical power?
It's the magic of the universe. When you said you wanted to have a chat with me, I thought it just felt right. You know, you said, "Oh, can I have a chat with you?" a few days ago. Yeah. It just felt right. I thought, yeah, because I always like your posts. I could see that you're very very high, up there. Your consciousness is very expanded, and I really resonated with it. Plus all your videos that you've done. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm trying to share, and I guess I'm growing. And as I grow, I'll get better.
Yeah. And so will I. We all will. Yeah. Tell me, are you doing UT at the moment, or?
I am using UT still. Not nearly as much as I was.
No.
But still, are you using?
No, I used to be, and I used to quite enjoy the taste of my urine. It took me a while to do it. At first, I thought, oh, and it actually took me a while. I just had to start with a few sips, and then I could do a glass, and then I could do more. I actually enjoyed that, believe it or not. My urine tasted quite pleasant. I think though, to do it properly, you have to have a really pristine, clean body. Really, otherwise you are. I like what Lauren, when Lauren came out and you did an interview with him recently, Lauren, the health guy from Costa Rica.
Yes.
He said he put out a video before, and a lot of people objected to it because he said about urine shouldn't do it. I thought he was quite on the mark because unless you've got a clean, really clean, pristine body, you're just sort of putting that stuff back, your toxins back in your body. That's the way I see it. It's good if you've got a really pristine, clean body. Sure, go for it.
Well, you know what I would say, in hindsight now, is that the urine contains bacteria and whatnot, definitely, absolutely. But you know what? It's your own body's bacteria, and it's very specific for you. It's very specifically you, and so it's excellent to put back into an enema. Absolutely wonderful for the enema. And it's also very good for the digestive system because we've had antibiotic treatments and we've had improper digestive flora and whatnot inside the digestive system. So it is really good to use. And so I would still recommend urine therapy. I would still recommend urine therapy. And yes, it does contain some toxins, a little bit of toxins, but if you think that really you're going to live your life without toxins, that's really ridiculous. You are not going to be toxic free. So don't worry about that incremental thing about the toxins. But what I would say now is, before I was really adamant about this or adamant about that, and now I've just gotten less adamant about everything as I've become to recognize that really it's the prana that does the healing. It's not the urine, it's not the fruit, it's not the distilled water, it's not anything else but the prana. So once you get to the point that you recognize and realize and feel and identify the prana, you realize that you can let go of just about anything. You can eat if you want. You can not eat if you want. You can have a coffee if you want. You can not if you don't. You can fast if you do. You can not if you don't. You can do anything you want because now you've identified what it really is.
And it comes down to all these limiting programs, doesn't it, about what we put in our body?
Right. Right. So even the fact that you move into the urine therapy, part of it is just because you're breaking down the old paradigms, like this is bad and that is bad and that is bad. And when you do the urine therapy, you're breaking a whole bunch of paradigms that way by going. You start to go, oh, I realize that actually what I'm being told is not true. Like everything's fucking backwards, right? And when you start looping your urine, there's something about that. You learn how much fluid goes in and out of your body. Like, I mean, you learn your body's elimination to the T. And when you're dehydrated, and when you've had too much to eat, because you feel how much you eat and how much comes out, and how much you drink and how much comes out. And you do that for a while, and you start to know yourself. It's all about knowing yourself. It's about having a deeper, more intimate relationship with yourself and sharing that relationship with every single aspect of your life. All people, all circumstances, all situations, all aspects of your life. And so it's a valuable thing. It's a valuable healing tool, absolutely for the enema. Definitely awesome for the skin. Like if you put this on your skin, especially the aged urine on your skin, like, wow, what a job on your skin it does to your skin. So I would definitely encourage it. But at the same time, if you're just not into that, no problem. You don't need to do that. You don't have to do that.
I was into it for a while. I was really inspired by Monica and watching her videos. And that's what really started me on. And I was looping for a while. But then, I don't know, I just thought,
yeah, just not inspired by it anymore. You know, Elatom doesn't do it. He's experimented with it, but he doesn't do it. Lots of people don't do it. I used to do it way more. I don't do it that much anymore. I do it much less now. But I still see massive benefits. If I don't put it on my skin, if I don't go do it for a while and then I have it, I go, oh wow, that I feel improvement from that. So you know, I still recognize the benefit of it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's not so much great stuff with that. Yeah.
Awesome, James. Listen, I've got to cut us off now. I'm just running out of time. I'm going to have to get to my next thing.
Yes.
But I've thoroughly enjoyed our conversation today. I think it was very valuable for me.
And valuable for me too. It's been good to meet you in this way. So we might do it again sometime.
Definitely, let's do that.
Yeah.